Hey guys, it's Kim George here from YourChicGeek.com. Yes, I'm on video again. How about that? So I figured that I will pop in for just a few minutes. This is going to be a little short-lived, so I just want to preface or just state that. But I wanted to pop in really quickly to say, hey y'all, show my face. Hope everybody is hanging tough out there. Hope you guys are doing well. I am going to be talking about a topic actually that I had come up from one of the lovely subscribers of the channel, and that topic is none other than do's and don'ts for KDP. So I'm actually going to break this up for the videos, and so today I'm going to talk about just general things that you don't want to do when you're publishing books on KDP. And then in the next video, I'll probably do something a little bit different, okay? Still within the lines of the subject. But before we dive off into this video, I'd love for you guys to please like, share, subscribe, comment, all of that good stuff. Also, if you are interested in going ahead and starting to build out your low content book empire, I'd love to have you check out From Publish to Profit. It is my flagship course that teaches you guys a more strategic approach to publishing low content books. All right, and then also I have some freebies. Yes, I do. So for those of you that are interested, I have a swipe file that has over 200 types of low content books that you can publish and make money with. And then also I have a free masterclass that you guys can take to learn the framework that I use for publishing books on KDP that helps me make over 1K per month passively. All right, so I just wanted to give you guys that information. Now I'm gonna go ahead and jump off into the video, so I will see you guys over there. But again, I just wanted to come in and say hey to everybody. I hope you guys are doing well, so let's get it started. All right, I'll see you guys in the video. Bye. All right, hey guys, so now we're going to get into the list that I put together of the 10 do's and don'ts for publishing low content books on KDP. Now, this list can definitely vary. I'd love for you guys, after I'm finished wrapping up this list, to kind of share with me some things that you've discovered along your journey that can be either do's or don'ts. But let's go ahead and get off into the list. All right, so number one coming in, and we're going to start off with the don'ts. These are the things that you don't definitely want to do on KDP. Number one is going to be don't overstuff book titles with keywords that you want to rank for. I have seen so many people try to do this. It just looks really cray-cray and it just doesn't make sense. I mean, you just don't want to do that. So for an example, let's just say you've created some kind of a composition notebook that has Goldfish on it. Well, what you don't want to put is, like composition notebook, composition notebook, Goldfish composition notebook for Goldfish lovers, and composition notebook writers. That makes absolutely no sense. It sounds really crazy and it is very misleading, and it will cause you to get into trouble with Amazon. So you just essentially want to make your titles very clear and very easy to understand. I've had to learn this, and I used to do this when I first started. So that's why I'm telling you guys, if you can, definitely make your titles super easy to understand, because Amazon will ding you on it and it will basically send you back emails saying, this is not going to work. You need to start over, friend. So you definitely don't want to overstuff your titles with keywords that you're trying to rank for. All right, coming in at number two is do not use trademark words in your book titles or trademark images on your book covers. Here again, I have seen people getting away with things like this, and I can tell you, for those folks, it is only a matter of time before Amazon comes a knocking. So trademark words can include things like Disney, can include things like Bluey, the Ninja Turtles, things like that that are really popular out here, in the world. And one of the things that you can do is you can actually, if you're not sure if something is trademarked, I would just say to keep yourself in the clear and really make sure that everything is okay, is to head over to the USPTO website to put that phrase in, or put in that term or that word that you're thinking about using on your book cover and in your low content books, just to verify and make sure that it's something that no one else is using. Because again, you don't want to get into trouble, because if you use something that is a trademark or some of that sort and Amazon catches you, you will get dinged and probably terminated. So you definitely want to stay away from things that are trademarks, right? So number three is going to be don't publish the same coloring or activity book interior repeatedly. You cannot do this. I have seen where people have done this. I think Amazon is really cracking down on this, but you cannot use an activity book or a coloring book repeatedly on Amazon. That will really get you into trouble. I mean, you got to think about it. I mean, this is going to cause a misleading and a very bad customer experience. So say, for example, you're going and you're buying your kid something. You're buying them a coloring book, and then you go maybe find another coloring book, and it's like, wait, these are the same interiors? Like, you just don't want to do that. Now, if you're publishing things like journals and blank notebooks and composition notebooks with blank pages that kind of look the same, then you're okay. You can do that. Definitely for coloring and activity books, this is a huge no. Please don't try it. All right. Coming in at number 4, don't use images from sites without making heavy modifications to them. Now, this can definitely go for places like Creative Fabrica. You guys know that I love Creative Fabrica. I use it a lot. I get a lot of images from them, but I've learned that every image that I get from them, I make heavy modifications to them, because you just don't want to get yourself caught up where, you know, you're using something that a lot of other people have used. And this is what happened with the whole Canva thing. You guys know that I love Canva, and I still use Canva, but I use it in a different way now. So going forward, just know that anything that you download, whether it be from Creative Fabrica, whether it be from Etsy, which is, it's kind of sketch, but you can still find some good things, or if you're prompting things from Midjourney, you just definitely want to make sure that you heavily try to modify everything that you use. Any images, elements, it doesn't matter. Definitely modify them heavily. All right, so moving on to number 5. Don't make books that you think people want. You want to create books that have a demand behind them, aka doing your research. Now, this is something that I kind of see a lot when I'm working with coaching clients. So making books that you think people want versus doing the research to validate things is a huge difference, right? So you just want to make sure that you're doing your research and that you've validated every niche that you're going after to make sure that there is a market for that niche. Now, I'm going to add a bonus in here on the don'ts. And this is related to ads, because I know the ads are very popular. I use them. I definitely use them. And I spend quite a bit of money every month to promote my books with ads. But I will say, don't spend more on ads that you can afford to lose. Ads are, you have to really test. And I was having a conversation with someone about this the other day, that ads are not going to be the end all be all. You know, I mean, you really have to do a lot of testing, and you still have to go back to the basics, even when you're running ads to your book. So if you have a crappy looking cover and your interior doesn't look good and all of that kinds of stuff, ads are not going to do anything to help you. So again, when you're running ads, don't spend more than you can afford to lose. Now, that concludes the list of the don'ts. Now let's get into the do's. All right, let's talk about it. So coming in at number 1 for the do's is make your books look professional and make them look epic. KDP is very competitive right now. It's a, you know, as I heard someone say, it's a very mature marketplace out there. More and more people are coming into the world with low content book publishing and creating books. And so you have to have something that's going to stand out. I had to understand this, guys. And even sometimes with me, with books that I create that I think are good, and they just don't respond, or people don't respond to them the way that I think they will, I have to go back to the drawing board and sometimes recreate my covers. So do try to make your books look really professional and make them well designed. So if you're not good with cover design, I would highly suggest reading some books, maybe taking some courses. There's plenty of things on like a Udemy that you can take, or even outsourcing. Now, I have a guy that I like to use. He's really good. He's over on Fiverr. He's very affordable. So I'll link to him so you guys can go and check him out. But definitely make sure your covers look good. Number 2 is make sure that your main seed and your target keywords that you're trying to rank for are somewhere in your title. Either it's going to be in the main title of your book or the subtitle, but they need to be somewhere within your book's title. All right, so number 3 is make books that focus on a specific niche or type of person. There are so many people, and I did this too. Until I started making sales and identifying and seeing the need in a specific niche where people kept buying a certain type of book from me. So you don't want to be generic with the books that you're making. You want to niche down, as much as you possibly can. You don't have to go that deep into niching down, but you do want to make a book for a specific type of person. Like, for example, a coloring book. Okay, well, it's a coloring book, but who is a coloring book for? Is it for a kid? Is it for adults? Is it for older people? Is it, for adults with flowers or adults with birds? Like, you really want to be as specific as you possibly can when you're niching down. All right. So you definitely want to do that. Number 4 is do build a unique brand for your books. Now, this is something that I really talk a lot about in From Publish to Profit, but I can tell you that branding is essential. It is definitely important. And I think, like myself, when I first got started with KDP, I was just, and you're probably going to do this. When you start, you're just going to be like, hey, I want to understand the process. I want to put books out there left and right. I'm just going to throw everything that I can out there and just kind of see what sticks. Now, what I will say is that when you build a brand that is truly, truly epic, once you find that sweet spot, you're going to have repeat customers. You're going to get more sales. You're going to get people that are coming, that are invested in your brand, that will buy more from you, that will look forward to buying more from you. And so that is why branding is important. I mean, you think about some of the biggest brands on KDP that are independent publishers, people like Jade Summer, people like Coco Weo, people like, who else? So Jade Summer, Coco Weo, and some of the other people that I've seen. But when you think about these people, folks are coming there looking specifically for books in their brand because they've built that brand up to where people are coming to them. They're looking for more books. They want to buy more books. They're buying multiple books from them. That is essentially what you want, right? So you want to be able to build a unique brand that people identify with and that they love and they buy more from, okay, and buy more of. So that's something to consider. And then number 5, this is doubling down on what works. And this is a do, but you definitely want to double down on what works and do less of what's not working. So, as an example, if you find a specific kind of niche that you've published a book in that is selling, make more of those type of books. If you find a type of book that is selling and doing well, make more of that type of book. It's just that simple. I mean, this is something that I had to come to realize because, again, I was just kind of like, oh, I'm going to publish everything because people want everything. And then once I started to notice that, oh, there is this type of book that keeps selling. Maybe I should look a little deeper into this and see how I can, make more of this type of book because it's been proven to sell. So I just want to leave you guys with that list of my top 10 do's and don'ts. If you have anything that you'd like to add to this conversation, I would love for you guys to do it. Things that you've learned, things that have helped you, for those of you that are out there in the world of low content book publishing, anything that you want to share, you can definitely drop it below in the comments. But I hope you guys enjoy this video, and I hope this kind of gives you, kind of a running list of things that you can things that you want to look to and do, and then also the don'ts of KDP. And this is just things that I've learned so far. So again, thank you guys so much for just supporting the channel. I know that I haven't been as consistent with publishing, but I'm definitely trying to get back into it. But I thank you guys for sticking and staying with me and rocking with me and just supporting. So again, I'd love for you guys to like, share, subscribe, comment, all of that good stuff. And yeah, I'd love to know, what are your do's and don'ts for KDP? You can put them in the comments below. All right, I'll see you guys next time. Bye.